It is the 27th of March, and members is pretty much one day away. So everyone's super excited, I'm really hyped, and I wanted to put together like one last progress video before members comes out, but unfortunately I ran out of time and levels are starting to get pretty slow on my account. So I'm probably just gonna wait for members to come out and make videos then, but before that I wanted to make a bank video kind of showcasing all that I've accomplished in these 2 months. And I don't know, I'm going to remember this time very fondly because it was something special. You know, it was like a tight-knit community, very small, but as time went on, this community grew and we're bigger than ever, and I do really hope that this server succeeds. I don't really care what Jagex thinks of it. I mean, if they're gonna shut it down, let them shut it down, but I don't know. I'm gonna continue playing it until I find it fun, or if something happens to it, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm also going to show you the stats that I've got in these 2 months, and I'm also going to talk a little about the goals that I want to get out of the way and to kind of give my perspective on the whole situation. This is going to be a more rambly video than usual, but I don't want it to be too long, so let's get right into it. Okay, so welcome to the bank portion of the video. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is what we're looking at. Almost 5,000 rune essence. I'm definitely gonna get at least 5k before members starts. I feel like these are gonna go up in price. I do have like a nice stock of runes, nothing crazy. 260 nature runes, that's gonna be very useful for high alking. I have 71 laws, and yeah, these are gonna be really important to get around the game, but I do need to get my magic levels up a little bit to be able to unlock every teleport in the game. I am stacking up on some herblore secondaries, some cowhide for crafting. My crafting's pretty low, as you're gonna see, but I am stacking up on 430 red spider eggs. I'm banking on these. These have to go up in price. I did collect some Eyes of Newt and limps from hobgoblins and hill giants, but that's pretty much it. Stack of logs, you want these for fletching and maybe even fire making, who knows. Some ores, nothing crazy. Talismans, my full rune armor, and these are pretty much all like skilling supplies and kind of miscellaneous stuff. I do have a rune pick, and I paid way too much for this rune axe. Let's actually check how much rune axes are now. So rune axe is roughly around like 18k, and I paid 90k for it like a month ago. So it's kind of crazy how things fluctuate in this game. Ooh, let's try Rune Sim. A Rune Sim is 30k, and I paid like 140 or something. I don't even know anymore. But I mean, prices are fluctuating very hard, and once members releases, it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen with the members items. Anyways, let's take a look at the stats that I've gotten on this account. So yeah, the melees are looking pretty decent. I'm going to get level 60 attack through members quests, or at least try to. And then at 60, I can wield the dragon longsword, which is like the best weapon in the game at that point. 60 defense would be nice for the dragon med, but I'm not gonna stress over it. I haven't trained much ranged and free to play because it's just really bad. So I got the 30, which is like a requirement for some members quest. And we're going to train ranged once members releases because there's a lot more armor and a lot better ways to train ranged than it is in free to play. Same goes for prayer. I did get the 40 from just like burying bones and putting my genies on it. So I do hope that I get 43 ASAP, because at 43 I have overheads, and that's pretty much the end game for prayer, right? Wait, no, we are getting some new prayers later this year, I think. Anyways, I still need to train magic up for all of the teleports. That's what I'm doing at the moment. I haven't bothered doing any rune crafting. I mean, I got to 21, but that's pretty much it. I know a lot of people got 44 to runecraft nature runes. I didn't bother doing that. I also didn't train much crafting, so yeah, I'm going to do that once members releases. But I did get to 56 mining, mostly through just mining rune essence, which is crazy. But I did mine a ton of rune essence while in free to play, just because it was a really good moneymaker and it was like super simple, and you just clicked and you could do something else. 50 fishing, 50 cooking, nothing too crazy there. 40 fire making. This is like the most useless skill in 2004scape. But I guess it does have some quest requirements, but that's pretty much all that there is to it, to this skill. 60 woodcutting. Woodcutting's pretty fun. Just kind of AFK, that's what I did, and kind of talked to people. But that's the stats. Like I said, nothing crazy. A lot of people played way more and got way better accounts, but I'm just enjoying it, so yeah. Okay, well, I'm rocking an invisible rune pickaxe. That's pretty cool. As for the goals that I have in this game, I don't really want to go too in-depth, but the gist of it is that I want to complete every quest that there is available. For the short-term goals, I want to get my agility up. Agility is going to be super important because running is just not an option right now. You're pretty much walking like 95% of the time, so agility is going to be super key in the early game. And then I guess my goal would be to make some GP. I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see all the money-making methods that people come up with. I do also want level 60 mining, which unfortunately I didn't have the time to get in free-to-play, so we're going to have to finish it off in members. 60 mining unlocks the mining guild, so I don't know, that's just something that I've been working towards. 60 attack is another pretty big one, because that unlocks the dragon weaponry, and I'm able to use a dragon longsword, which would be like the best in slot for training, so I would have my melees covered again. I'm not going to buy it anytime soon though, because the price is probably going to be ridiculous. Just like most items are going to have ridiculous prices, so I'm gonna wait for the dust to settle and then start making my financial decisions on this game. But we'll see how everything turns out, obviously. Anyways, that brings me to the end of the video. I know this was kind of weird and not really too specific, but that's because me myself, I'm oblivious to what's about to happen in-game. We're gonna have to wait and see. I do have a little bit of a plan, a little bit of a roadmap, but nothing too crazy. Thank you, free-to-play. It was absolutely amazing playing this era of the server. I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. Shout out to all the people like PMing me and talking to me in-game, as well as online, for all the support. Thank you guys so much. Let's continue to grow this channel in 2025, as well as let's continue to grow this server. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little out of pocket, but I will see you with a progress video very soon. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day.